Following the success of the Tomb Raider trilogy, expansion levels were released for each of the games. Tomb Raider 1 has Unfinished Business, Golden Mask was for Tomb Raider 2, and for Tomb Raider 3 was The Lost Artifact. In this video, I will be ranking each of these levels from worst to best. Please note, I will be excluding Nightmare in Vegas, as this is treated as more of a bonus level. Let's begin. In at number 14 we have Tomb Raider 3's Sleeping with the Fishes. For me, this level is really reminiscent of the Tomb Raider 2 and water levels, something like 40 fathoms, of which, like them levels, I found confusing, traversing through the underwater areas and not knowing where to go. The directions were not entirely clear for me, and finding some of the pickups were also difficult. However, being able to swim with the dolphins at the end of the level was a nice touch, as well as the very end, where you finally escape from the compound and are outside, and the sense of freedom that brings. Next up, we're going back a level to Shakespeare Cliff. Now, I don't know if it's just because of the outfit Lara is wearing, but this level to me feels like you're back in Nevada desert, with the same style of machinery and puzzles as seen in that environment. This is a tricky level, and I suppose I'm ranking it so low just to how long it feels, and the fact that there is a lot of climbing up and down from that cliff you find in the main area of the level. I also don't understand the relevance of introducing the quad bike into this. It just seemed totally unnecessary in my opinion. And that is why I am placing Shakespeare Cliff in at number 13. Up next, in at number 12, we're heading to Tomb Raider 1's Unfinished Business, The Hive. Now, to give credit where credit is due, it does have some elements which I do admire, such as the great platforming that is in this level. However, I find there are just too many enemies to make this exciting, and for most of the part is a health pack check, where if you don't have the medipacks or the health bar, you just simply can't get past certain sections of the level. And the boulder puzzle on this level also to me seemed a bit ridiculous, and I didn't really understand why it was there. For these reasons, I'm placing this level at an honourable number 12. Up next, we are heading to the Golden Mask's Fool's Gold. Now, this level is aesthetically pleasing and gives you the feeling of cold, as it is trying to convey in the icy environment. It is maze and tunnel-like and features lots of block pulling and pushing, which I think slows down the pace of the level overall. Again, there is no clear direction in this level, and I would often find myself lost after pushing a button and seeing it open a door. I wouldn't exactly know where to head to or where to find the door that had just been opened. It is a nice touch, however, to feature the secrets in the form of gold, whether it be gold coins or a golden bar. For these reasons, I'm placing this at number 11. Next on the list, in at number 10, is Temple of the Cat. Now, I don't know about you guys, but oh my word, did I find this level difficult. In fact, the whole expansion of Unfinished Business is a big step up in difficulty compared to the original Tomb Raider 1. Now, there are some beautiful areas with the use of vegetation which covers the walls and makes the whole area wonderful to look at, including the moving cats on the walls, which is a good way to greet you to the area, and the stars in the sky, which we hadn't seen before in Tomb Raider 1. The final section of this level I found extremely difficult, which involved climbing up the cat-like statue, and let's not forget, probably the hardest secret to obtain throughout the entire expansion level, with the block pulling and pushing. I am giving this level a number 10. In at number 9, we have the Golden Mask's The Cold War. Now, I must say, on the remastered version, the skybox on this level is delightful. It's so nice to look at with that Aurora Borealis in the sky, truly magnificent. I also like how a lot of the enemies are still the same from the original Tomb Raider 2, just with different coloured skins on. It really helps to keep this expansion pack fresh and new. And lastly, it is great to see that they actually utilised the zip wire for once, rather than keeping it to two different levels in the original Tomb Raider games. Brilliant. That is why I've placed this level in at number 9. In at number 8, we have Willard's Lair. Now this is a very interesting level. At the start, it has some strange ginger person, followed by lots of traps and moving spikes and objects you must avoid to stop Lara from dying. And it also features its very own ridiculous boulder trap, as seen in Tomb Raider 1's Unfinished Business. The level then quickly transitions to some kind of underground base. This part, with the puzzle in the library, took me a good long time to figure out and left me frustrated because I had absolutely no idea how to progress through this part of the level. With bonus points added to the beautiful aesthetic when you eventually do make it outside. I am then placing this in at number 8. In at number 7, we have Atlantean Stronghold. I like the introduction to this level, sliding down the area where you finished the original Tomb Raider 1 on the Great Pyramid. And it does well to connect the expansion to the original game. Now, I may be speaking for myself here, but I really liked exploring the destroyed pyramid and the areas it has to offer. This level for me provided great closure from the Great Pyramid on Tomb Raider 1 and brought the Atlantis levels to a satisfying end. That is why I have placed this at number 7. Coming in next at number 6 is Tomb Raider 3's It's a Madhouse. Now this is a super unique level where Lara explores some kind of half-abandoned zoo or enclosure. And I must say I really like the aesthetic of some of this level. The vegetation and the design of some of the enclosures is brilliant. And of course it wouldn't be a Tomb Raider level without a very strange twist at the end, which sees floating creatures or aliens before progressing further to the end of the level where you see a man with a hole in his heart. That is why I've placed this level in at number 6. The first of the top 5 is Tomb Raider 2's Furnace of the Gods. Now if this level was part of the actual original Tomb Raider 2, it would be ranked very highly. This level is amazing. The use of the blue is unique and hasn't really been seen before, and really does plunge you into an alien type world. What I really like about this level is how it is quintessential Tomb Raider with the platforming and puzzles that are used throughout the level. The developers really nailed this one on the head. I can't stress enough how much I enjoyed playing and exploring this level for the first time. That is why it's got a spot at number 5. Moving on to number 4, we have the Lost Artifacts Reunion. Now, first of all, the skybox on this level is amazing. The dark atmosphere and galaxy in the sky really helps to set the scene. This level will keep you entertained throughout, with lots of strange and tricky puzzles to maneuver and figure out. And the battle to me against Sophia Lee, yes, not Amanda, thank you for correcting me, is great and reminiscent of the boss fight in City. However, if you ask me, this was a lot more difficult than the fight in London, and the overall atmosphere is more creepy and the gameplay challenging. The ending of this level I found beautiful, with the hot air balloon coming down to collect Lara and complete the expansion. That is why I am placing this in at number 4. We are now down to the final 3. If you made it this far, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel. In at 3rd place we have Tomb Raider 1's Unfinished Business, Return to Egypt. I really enjoyed this level. Returning back to City of Carmoon was a delight to see, especially in its flooded state. Although you know the area from the original Tomb Raider 1, the fact that it is flooded adds another element and has new areas to explore. It is the ultimate introduction into the expansion pack levels. The stage is challenging, but in a good way, and gets your brain thinking on how to progress from room to room. I especially like the ending of this level, where you get to go fully outside and uncover what I think is one of the coolest secrets throughout the entire expansion, where you have to jump over the fence in order to get the uses. That is why I am placing this as number 3. For the runner-up, in second place we have the Golden Mask Kingdom. This level tells a story. The level begins, you're in a cage, and all you hear is the roar of the Yetis on the outside. The stage utilises a variety of colours, including a sage green and also a solid gold, which keep the level unique and interesting. There is a super clever puzzle, including the pulling of levers which open corresponding doors, of which you must pay attention and stay aware to which door is responsible for which lever. And there is also a large amount of platforming, which is good. On my first playthrough, I was not expecting the Garuda final boss to come through them doors, and what an epic final battle to end this expansion pack. Truly amazing. That is why I have placed this an absolutely well-deserved number 2 spot. And finally, in at number 1 we have Tomb Raider 3's The Lost Artifact Highland Fling. Set in Scotland, this level is a beauty, and the aesthetic cannot be understated enough. For me, this is a super refreshing level. The clear skies and the water and the Scottish castle of which you must enter and explore. This level truly is a hidden gem amongst the Tomb Raider 1 to 3. It absolutely has the right amount of enemies and puzzle solving, as well as platforming elements, which adds to a quality level throughout. Oh, and let's not forget the hidden Easter egg of the Loch Ness Monster, which you can see in the background going for a swim. I have placed this level at the number 1 spot for the best expansion levels from Tomb Raider 1 to 3. If you made it this far, please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as well as leave a comment telling me your most hated expansion level and your favourite expansion level. Thank you for watching.